Hi, I'm back. My name is Dr. Roy Martina, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about training we're going to give. It's called Christallin Oracle Training. It consists of 4 modules of 4 days, but each module you can follow separately. On 12 October, we start with the first 4-day module in Garda Lake in Italy, and it's called the Quantum Leap. And this we're going to teach you the basics of becoming a crystalline oracle. After these 4 days, you will be able to connect to your higher self and to channel information about yourself, why you're on this planet, what did you came to do, what's your mission, what's your purpose, many more of those things. But not only that, you also will be able to channel for other people, for friends, for whatever, business, all of that stuff. But that's even the first level. Imagine what's possible after 4 of these modules. The Christallin Oracle Training is unique. It does not exist. There's no other training on this planet that will give you all the skill sets that we'll be teaching you there. One of the skill sets is what we call astral traveling, and another one is called future traveling. And today I want to talk a little bit about the future traveling. In my previous videos, I spoke about the difference between left and right brain, where the right brain is the wireless brain, the Wi-Fi brain, the left brain is the analytical brain, and the three-dimensional space-time linear continuum that we live in, what we call life. That's a 3D, three-dimensional space-time continuum. It starts one place and it ends at that. So today about the future. What we discover with the oracle channeling is that something that's already known in quantum science, but for us it was never interesting. It was not something I'm interested with. I saw it in movies and so on, and it's called the multiverse. The multiverse is that there's not one universe, but there are many parallel universes, and even the past is actually still happening. There's no future, there's no past. Everything is happening at the same time. For our left brain, this is total confusion. It is something we cannot comprehend. But just follow me for a moment. What does mean a multiverse? Multiverse means that there are different me's, different Roy Martinez, living in parallel timelines next to each other, each having a different life. In this life, I'm married to Joy Martina. In another life, I made another decision and I married someone I met just after my divorce, a woman from Thailand. In another one, I married another person. I'm living with that person. So it's kind of confusing. But the reason you need to know that is that you can quantum jump. We call it quantum leaping. You can go from one timeline to another. So for example, if you are sick right now, you can then, through this technique, you can find a way to connect to another timeline where you have been able to heal yourself and learn from your parallel self. It's confusing, I know. You can learn how you did that. So for example, we future traveled to see where we're going to live in the future. And I was guiding Joy in that process. And when Joy came back from that process, she said, holy balonies, we're in Austria. And she didn't want to live in Austria. What she saw, she got a glimpse of where we lived, and she saw pine trees, she saw mountains, and this was a very similar view that she know from Austria. So her left brain could only relate it to Austria. But we're living in the mountains in North Carolina, which we found through an ex-CIA agent who remote viewed it for us, which was in another video. So, and when we look now outside of her balcony, she sees exactly the same panorama as she saw in the future travel, and it looks exactly like Austria. So people from Austria come here, they look outside or they see the pictures, they say it looks like Austria. So that's future travel. And we future travel a lot. I've seen my future. I see how old I become, which is not quite interesting, but I see what I'm doing in the future. I see how this planet is changing in the future. I see how the next generation will be. There are a lot of things that I've learned from future traveling. So, and astral traveling is very similar. In astral traveling, you are moving your consciousness to another place. It's a technique that is part of the remote viewing exercise or training. So you learn to move your consciousness to another place. So you can actually be somewhere else. The people there cannot see you, but you can see them in real time. That's one way. But because you can travel outside of time, you can also travel to the past. So one of the things that we are teaching our oracles is that when you're doing a past life regression with a client, you're taking them to a past life, you can travel with them. So you can actually see what's happening there, and based on that, you can ask them questions. You can say, hey, look to the right. What are you seeing at the right? But you already know what's on the right. And because they answer, they tell you what you already saw, you really are there with them in a past life. And this can be very, very helpful. So we can also travel and see sometimes more than the client is seeing. I get visions when I talk with people about their past lives, if I put my mind to it. And this can be very helpful in, for example, when I'm coaching someone. For example, I'm coaching someone in Holland right now, and I could see where his conflict with freedom is coming from. And it's a past life where he was in prison for his beliefs and whatever have you. So he's still very afraid of his freedom being taken away. And that can help then with the therapy. So the tricky part of the future traveling is, because there's so many different possibilities, you need to set what we call the coordinates. The coordinates is to go to the most probable future, also called the default future, that you can follow that. Or you can jump to another future, which you can call the best future. And then once you see the best future, you then can ask for the strategies to do to get to the best future. And that is what we call a timeline shift. So, for example, one future of mine is where I will have a university training doctors to be holistic doctors in university. They will have a university degree as a doctor, but in the time they are training for doctor, they also learn holistic methods. So when they finish, they're already 100% fully holistic, and also the other side. And also in this university, we'll be doing research and a lot of things, so we can come up with remedies and therapies that are proven scientifically and that will lower the price, and we can solve a lot of problems medicine cannot. I've seen that future. I like that future. So now I'm working towards that future to make that the default future for me. I already know where the universe is going to be. So it's just picking things out of the future. And it's very interesting. And this is in one of the modules, we're going to teach you future traveling, astral traveling, remote viewing. You will learn connecting to all the intelligence in the universe that you choose to, and so on and so on. If you want to know more, go to roymartina.it, and then you find everything on the workshop, the location, the hotel, the pricing, and all of that. And we will also have online viewing. So if you cannot come, you can still inscribe and you can follow us online in real time. You can be with us there. You can do the meditation with us. You can do the training with us. We've done it in such a way that everyone can participate, even if you've never had any psychic event in the past, even if you have zero intuition. This is a training for you that will not only improve your intuition, but also allow you to make better choices, so you go to the best future that's possible for you. I hope to see you in the next video, or see you in Garda Lake. Bye bye.